Okay. Let me see if I can edit the stream info. Good morning, everyone. Having technical difficulties. Let's see. Let me put my title in. I hope everyone's doing well. This is such a pain in the butt. It won't let you fix your title before you go live. Okay. Okay, guys. Sorry about that. Okay. Let me just wait for y'all to get in here. We're going to talk a little about Carole Baskin this morning. Let me see if it's showing that I'm live. Okay. So it is showing me live. Hey, Verbal. How are you doing? I think I'm going to watch the chat on my Chromebook. Verbal, you've watched Tiger King, right? You're good, just waking up. Well, I've not had any coffee this morning because I spilled my coffee, what I had left. So Mark's going to bring me some back when he comes back. Hey, Angel, good morning. Lisa should be here in a minute. So I'm having to drink Coca-Cola and ice this morning because I spilled my coffee. There was no way I was going to sweep it up and use it. Crap, no. I know, it's a crime. Had dog hair all mixed in with it. I try to keep my floors clean, but you know how it is with dogs. You can vacuum, and then 5 minutes later, there's dog hair in the floor, right? How are you doing, Angel? I've been missing Chrissy in the chat. She's not been in here in a couple days. You know, she's always in the chat, so I'm a little worried about her. If you watch the replay, Chrissy, comment. Let me know you're okay. Angel hanging in there. Yeah, it's, the stay-at-home order it's tough on people that are used to being out and about a lot or working. Going stir crazy. Get some adult coloring books. Marie that comes into the chat, she sent me an email the other day along with some photos of the pictures that she colored out of her adult coloring book. They were awesome. I mean, it looked like a painting. She had a leopard cat. So good. I'm going to see if she'll give me permission to share those with y'all. Why was you upset, Angel? Carole Baskin's upset, too. Carole Baskin posted a video of all the threatening voicemails she's been getting. So we're going to listen to a couple of those. I hope she don't strike me. I'll have to pause. Hey, Lisa. There's Lisa. Lovable Rogue. Good morning. I found a website that's dedicated to, it's called BCR. No, BCW. Big Cat Watch. And it's got all the information about Dawn, her missing husband, on there. Information about her sanctuary. We'll probably read some of that because it's shady as hell. Those cats that she claims to rescue, she buys. Yeah. And she still has babies being born at that sanctuary too, so she breeds cats. My grandson goes around the house saying, Carole Baskin did it or made me do it. Hey, some of these voicemails that Carole got were funny. I'm sorry, this one guy was saying, leave Exotic Joe alone. And I was laughing. He was saying Exotic Joe instead of Joe Exotic. He was drunk. But let me tell y'all what she did. See, Carole Baskin has a YouTube channel separate from Big Cat Rescue and Big Cat Daily. So she got 3 channels. She got one called just Carole Baskin. Got about 3,000 or 4,000 subscribers. Well, along with the voicemails that she uploaded, there was also screenshots of people's comments from Facebook. So she doxed all these people. It's not on YouTube. Doxed their real names in their comments. And some of the comments that she even showed didn't really say anything that bad. Like, I'm going to unsubscribe to you because y'all are shady. Stuff like that. I mean, what did she expect? She went on a documentary, regardless of Joe Exotic. You know, she went on a documentary and she's got a missing husband. It's nowhere to be found, been missing for years. Hey, Tremaine, good morning. Good morning, baby moon pie. I love my moon pies. Wonder where Cement Shoes is. I didn't see him yesterday either. Cricket, not seen Cricket. Florence hadn't been in the chat for a while, but she commented the other day. I had been wondering about her too, if she was okay. I don't think she's been feeling well. I don't understand why people share it's not helping, report it, disgusting. If you shared it somewhere, someone had the video, knows who the piece of crap is. Yeah. She is trying to play the victim. That is what she's trying to do. And some of these people, like she uploaded a video, it's 56 minutes long of these voicemails. We're not going to listen to all of them. We're just going to listen to a few and react to it. Hey, there's Faithful One. Good morning. Oh, yeah. I watched The Wizard of Oz yesterday evening. It was on TNT channel TV. I love The Wizard of Oz. Okay, so y'all want to listen to some of these voicemails? Some of these hate voicemails? Now, you know, I'm just the type of person, I think Carole Baskin is shady. There's something up, I mean, with her husband being gone. I think she's maybe responsible for that. But I'm just not the type of person that's going to go over and leave hate comments. Or call. Take the time to call someone's phone number and leave voicemails like that. That's a little crazy. You know? Lisa, I haven't seen Cement Shoes either. Well, I talked to him the other day in email, but not since. Hey, Cece, can you buy me a 2020 Rolls Royce? Sure, Tremaine. I'll get right on that. I'd like to have a Rolls Royce. Okay. Can you hear now? Sorry, guys. I was muted. I was playing it. I was playing those voicemails that people left Carole Baskin. Okay, you can hear now. Okay. So.
Did you feed him to the tigers or is he buried him in the fucking septic tank? Tell the truth. Fucking Carole Baskin. Come on my territory and I'll pop a bullet between your eyes, you fucking whore. We know the truth, Carole, and we're coming for you. I'm coming for you, Carole. You murdered him? You murdered your husband. Where is it?
Oh my God.
We're looking for his body. We'll be waiting. Fuck you, Carole Baskin. I tell you what, this is Joe Exotic, and I'm out of jail now, and it is on and popping, goddammit. I got a goddamn tiger for you right now, Carole Baskin, in my pants.
Oh my God.
You fucking bitch. I know you killed your goddamn husband. You fed him to the goddamn tigers, you stupid piece of shit, you. And I tell you another thing, Carole Baskin.
He's country.
When I see you, I'm going to put my dick all in your mouth, you stupid slut.
Oh my God.
Rescue. I got a big cat to rescue between your legs. Yeah.
It's disgusting.
Just remember, Joe Exotic is out on the prowl, and I'm looking for you, ho. So when I find you, it's your ass, Carole Baskin. Fuck you and Big Cat Rescue.
Disgusting.
Hey, dumb fucking bitch, Carole Baskin. I'll kill you. I will fucking pop a cap right in your fucking ass. Get your husband out from underneath the septic tank, you dumb bitch.
Oh my God. They could get in trouble for that.
It's who again? It's motherfucking Jay. And I tell you what, I'm out of jail, and now I'm on the rage, bitch. When I see you, I'll put my nut so far down your motherfucking throat, it ain't gonna make no goddamn sense. I'm gonna show you a big cat. You wanna see a big cat rescued? I'm gonna rescue that big nasty cat between your legs.
Disgusting.
I'm gonna give you this COVID-19, you dirty fucking whore, you. And I've been casing out your little bicycle trail too.
Oh my God, he just threatened to give her the coronavirus, and he said that he's been checking out where she rides her bicycle.
Hey, bitch, we're coming for you, the night walkers. Yeah.
The night walkers? Dude.
Carole Baskin, fuck Big Cat Rescue. Y'all kill more cats every year than any zoo does.
Wow.
How about answering me questions for the media? You piece of shit, bitch. And you killed your husband. We all know. You fed him to the fucking tigers.
Oh my God. Good morning, Jamie. We're just listening to voicemails that Carole Baskin got, people threatening her. Oh, thank you for the donation the other day, Jamie.
I'll hate you sincerely. Joe Exotic, if he was here. That's a real man. He's just a real man. Half woman, half man.
Oh my God.
And your new husband looks like he's half fucking retarded. But we're going to see you, Carole Baskin, and when we do, it's not going to be pretty. We're going to put nuts all in your face. Big, slappy, flabby nuts.
I laughed because I thought he was being serious when he said Joe Exotic was a real man. These people are disgusting. If I was her, I would be really scared. I don't think I would have uploaded this to YouTube. I would have took it to my police department because she does have these people's names and numbers. She was showing it in her video.
All in your fucking face where the big cat rescue on my dick.
Disgusting.
I know you killed your fucking husband. You fucking bitch.
Good morning, the Queen.
I'm never going to financially recover from this. You fucking slut. You took my tiger, and I want my tiger back, okay? If I don't get my tiger, it's going to be a small way to a big cat rescue. I promise you that. Yeah, I think you just got finished watching your little Netflix show. Hopefully you get shut down and end up in jail. You're a murderer. Yeah, I don't exactly see how you're doing.
My phone froze and won't let me.
Than perhaps some of the other tiger sanctuaries in the country are doing. In fact,
yeah, I'm just wondering if she really took his tiger or if he was trying to act like Joe Exotic.
Some of the other tiger facilities in the country. I would like a statement.
It won't let me pause it.
405-826-5386.
Let me give it a second.
You killed your husband, bitch. Hey, what's up, Carole? This is Detective Dickey from Kentucky, and I was just going to let you know, I know what you're up to. I'm still onto the case. I know you killed your husband.
What a bunch of nuts.
This isn't over. You're definitely going to do some time for this, and there's going to be a lot of problems, right? And I'm looking forward to making a visit to your place here soon, coming up in the upcoming months, so I'll be seeing you soon, bitch.
Oh, my goodness.
You're that disgusting pig. You're nasty. You're going down. I know how that been.
Let me turn the media down. Can you guys still hear me? My phone is frozen. You know how like on your cell phone you can open up a YouTube video and play it, and then you can like exit out of YouTube and the video will still be popped up? Well, I have it like that. And okay, you can still hear. Great. I have it like that, and it's frozen up, and it won't pause. So I'm just going to have to turn the media down sometimes. Good morning, Very Mary. We're just listening to threatening phone calls Carole got. Carole Baskin. Carole effing Baskin. God, that damn documentary's got me saying that. Let's see. Let's turn it back up.
You bury him under a septic tank? That's some fucking weird shit. Hey, Carole. I know you killed your husband, and I know he's underneath that septic tank, you motherfucker. Carole, it's an emergency. I found an injured bobcat on the corner of... I know you murdered your husband, you bitch!
Yeah.
Carole, is Joe Exotic. I've come out of the grave. I want my money back. Hey there, you little kitty cats and kitty dolls. Carole Baskin here, Big Cat Rescue. Please give me a call back. Love to know if you killed your husband or not. Call me back, 215-333-2333. Take care.
Hey,
All of Canada thinks that Carole killed her husband.
Okay. In the video, y'all, I've listened to, she's showing all these people's phone numbers, too. She is. She's showing all the numbers.
She's starting a petition here in Oklahoma, and we are going to free Joe Exotic. You actually are the worst fucking human on this planet. And we're watching this goddamn Netflix series, and you suck. Like, you literally fed your husband to tigers. I'm, like, laughing at your sickness. You just stuffed me, take damn flowers off your head, act like a normal person. You lied about getting raped. Like, fuck you.
Is that what he is? Listen, bitch. I know you said your husband's a fucking tiger, but you're a bitch. I got a fucking bobcat in my backyard. I know what this nigga's ass about 11 times now because he keeps trying to bite me. And you're a bitch. Alright, you got that?
Must be drunk.
You are B-I-T-C-H. You are a bitch. And what's his name? Jack Tom Lewis. Yeah, you're a fucking murderer, bitch.
Damn.
Fuck you. They've always said, evil knows evil. I want you to know my name is Taylor. And I know that you're very evil.
Damn.
And I know that you're a killer. You stupid bitch. I just wanted to call and tell you that.
Jesus.
You an evil ass bitch. I know evil when I see it.
Probably do. You're probably evil yourself to call and leave a message like that. Hey, if I was her, I would be scared to death to post these voicemails and these people's phone numbers. Because they're not right in their mind to be reaching out to this woman just to leave a threatening voicemail over a documentary. Crap, I want to know where Don is too for his family and stuff. He's been missing for years, but going to this level, that's insane. It's insane. Turn it back up.
Apple on a stick looking fat bitch. And that's all there is. You murderous slut. Fuck. You're so...
Do you have an accent?
First off, I don't see how you're an advocate for big cats when you literally make them stick their head through a little fucking 4x4 box to eat or drink.
Amen.
Second off, what emotion did you feel when you fed your fucking husband to your tiger? Bitch!
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm calling for Joe Exotic. I just wanted to say that you're a big B word. You shouldn't be doing that. I'm just joking. I'm actually a fan of yours. I want to know if I can get a job at where you live.
Yeah, you fed your husband to the tiger, put sardine, and you put sardine oil on him to feed them to the tigers.
They must be partying.
And you cut them up in your meat cutter.
You are an evil, evil, cold-blooded killer. Your time will come. Karma sucks.
I wish I could pause it or fast forward it. Okay. We'll just turn it down and I will fix it in a little bit. We can't play too much of it or Carole may strike my channel. But I was reading this morning. Let's talk about Joe Exotic for a minute. I was reading this morning that Joe wrote a book about his life, a memoir, however you pronounce it. I can't talk when I get live. I can pronounce these words when I'm not live, I swear. Some of them. But he wrote a book while he's been in jail, and the way he done it, just wrote it in letters and mailed it out letter by letter. And it's about, his childhood, just everything about his life. Joe was abused as a child, physically, sexually abused. And Joe's new husband, Dylan, I think it's Dylan Passage, said that a trusted friend has all the letters and they're just working on getting a publisher. I want to read that book. I can't believe that Joe was abused as a child. I can't believe it. Did I say hey to Debbie? I don't know if I did or not. Hey, Debbie. Mary Mary says, evil knows evil scary. Can you imagine getting these voicemails? And this lady posts them in a video with these people's phone numbers. Yeah, you can find her channel easy just by looking up Carole Baskin. But I would not have done that. I would have took all that information in the recordings and gave to the police. Which she may have. But I just think doing something like that may egg on someone that's really got it out for her and, mentally unstable. Carole looking for trouble. Restraining order along with the cease and desist order. Yeah. I hope she did do something like that, even though I think Carole may be guilty of having something to do with Dawn's disappearance. You can't be going around threatening people like that. Like, who takes time out of their day to look up someone from a documentary and leave them a voicemail? I mean, crap, I look up information and read about Dawn's case and things like that, but I would never reach out to that woman. I don't hate comment or nothing like that. Yeah, Chrissy, if you're watching, we miss you. But she got someone to, I noticed in her video, Carole's video, with these voicemails. She got someone else to screen record the Facebook stuff because I noticed the name at the top was Jamie. It wasn't Carole's Facebook. So she got somebody doing her dirty work. Looking at all these different comments. Look, lady, no, people shouldn't threaten you, but people's got the right to their opinion when you're on a Netflix documentary and you got a missing husband that you didn't even have a funeral service for, memorial service, nothing for him. You just looked out your window until dark, you said, and spaced out, and that was your goodbye to Don. Really? You wouldn't be crap without him. You got millions and millions of dollars when that man was declared dead. Yeah, you got a lot of time on your hands to do something like that. I mean, a lot of these people in the voicemail sound like they were drinking, partying. You can hear people laughing in the background. Who spaces out from day to night? I don't know. But if you notice some of her videos, her eyes look like she's been smoking some cannabis and mixing some pills or something in with it. Nothing wrong with smoking cannabis. But I'm just saying she looks like she's on something. Good morning, Love Hollis. How are you? Hope you're well. And she talks so low. Like sometimes I talk low though. But she talks super low in her videos. And she does these stupid videos about her diary entries from years ago. 30 freaking year ago. We could read one of them. She writes everything in the description that she wrote in her journal. Not the last video, but the one before that. Let's see. Let me go look. She was talking about, I can read it to y'all. Those documents that were supposedly forged. Another thing, Carole, you need to darken your makeup, girl. It's light. Oh, right here it is. Carole Baskin versus Tiger King disappearance. She's such a freaking idiot. Okay, let's read her diary, y'all. Diary entry, November 21st, 1996. Today was the closing of the 600 acres that I nearly had to force Don into buying, and where he had offered to let my whole family have a couple acres each, and had even taken them to the property several times to pick out their spots. And then when I told him that I would not make Jamie share a trailer with us, he sold the property to Mr. Vincent Sultanfuss. The property was in my name, and the closing today was also in my name, but I allowed Dawn to make the mortgage back. It says I allowed Dawn to make the mortgage back $480K to his Costa Rican corporation with the provisions that he show like faith and consideration and put me in his will and give me power of attorney for him so that if anything ever happens to him, all the money that I'm sending down to Costa Rica will not be tied up in courts forever. He agreed. Turns out he had already had Anne McQueen forge my name on the documents, and then she notarized it. Now, the reason that she did this video and shared this diary entry is because there was a big deal about Dawn's power of attorney. The wording in it, the word disappearance was in it. If, in case of his disappearance, Carole could have like power of attorney, all this and that. So that's why she did this video and is trying to explain why the word disappearance is in the power of attorney papers. And she goes on to say in this video that Netflix made a big deal out of that. And she also says that they altered some documents for their show to sensationalize it. Now, she claims that she pulled up those documents. I can't even remember exactly what documents she was talking about, but she pulled it up from the courthouse website, right? And compared it to what Netflix showed, and it was altered. That's her claims. Alex, good morning. Leave it to Beaver. Good morning. How are you? Morning, cool cats and kittens. We're the Tiger King fan club. No, I think Joe Exotic, I think he started out trying to do something good, but he got way off track, and I don't think animals were cared for properly, and some was probably mistreated. But I think Jeff Lowe, Alan, that other Garrettson guy, and Carole set him up for the murder for hire. They got this YouTube show called, I think it's called Beastly. Let me look and see. They had Jeff Lowe on one of their new, it's called Beastly. They had got a new video up. They put it up 15 hours ago. It says, "The man who bought Joe Exotic's zoo." Everybody in the comment section's like, no, he didn't buy no damn zoo from Joe Exotic. He took it. And I put in the comment section, I put, Jeff is a joke. He didn't buy that zoo. That's all I put. But in this video, him and his girlfriend have this, they're sitting beside this line. They're kind of like behind it. It's sitting on the ground. It does something Jeff doesn't like. He starts punching it, pushing it to the ground. He's just such a piece of shit. For number one, you shouldn't be in there with that line, having a big damn chain on it and crap. He's a piece of shit. I can't stand that man. He reminds me of my first husband so bad I can't stand it. Yeah, Jeff Lowe, he is a piece of crap. Mark my words, he will replace that little young girl he's got eventually. He don't want someone that's got a baby. He didn't want a kid. You can tell it. You can tell in that documentary the way he acted. He told her after she had that baby, she had to get back in the gym. Right in front of a film crew, a camera crew, y'all. Recording a documentary. He looks over at her and says, yeah, and you got to get back in the gym. Because she's talking about having the baby. What he's most excited about is looking for a young, hot nanny. He's not excited about the baby coming. Like I said before, Harley Davidson jacket don't make you a badass. Does he even got a Harley? I was thinking about that. Like, it's always showing him in that jacket, but I've never seen him on a motorcycle. Maybe he's got one. Probably can't afford one. Jean, he's a pig. Yes. Hey, Miss Melissa. I missed her. I didn't see her. Hey, Miss Melissa. Sorry, I didn't see you, honey. Actually, pigs are way better. Yeah, little pot-belly pigs are cute. I like to have a little pot-belly pig. I need to be looking for Annabelle a playmate. I was until this coronavirus, and I just kind of quit. I'm going to get her someone to play with, because goats like to play and headbutt, and that's how they play and stuff. And she seems to want to do that since Mark's got her started doing that, so I'm going to have to get her a playmate. Hey, Cheryl. We're good. We were listening to threatening voicemails that Carole got left. Oh, I could turn it back up and let's listen to a couple more.
Carole, my name's Ted, and I'm pretty sure I ever heard my wife, Jean, calling you. Want to find out what that sardine oil was, and, please don't call her back. I don't want to be, fed to a big old cat tiger. Thank you.
Hey, bud, this is Danny. I'm from Canada. I saw on Netflix. You're just such a fucking inspiration, eh? I just wanted to let you know you're my favorite person in the world. I hope you get out of prison soon. Oh, shit, wrong number. Fuck you, Baskin.
It's that bitch, Carole. Goddamn Baskin.
Hi, this is John Fox from ABC News. Carole, we just want to talk to you about how you might have slaughtered your husband. We heard that you might have covered him in sardine oil, and we just wanted to check in, see if that's true. Sit down, do a little interview. So if you could give us a call back, this is John Fox, ABC News. Thank you.
Carole Baskin, you stupid fucking bitch.
Fuck you, bitch.
Let me turn it down a second. Cheryl, happy birthday. Happy birthday. Hope you have a great birthday.
Carole fucking Baskin. Fucking bitch.
Jesus.
Carole Baskin. She killed her husband. She left him. Can't convince me it didn't happen. She fed him to the tigers. They smacked him. Something. Carole Baskin.
Damn. These
Carole,
people's
I
nuts.
just want to say, I support you till my dying breath. I killed my husband too.
Good morning, Light Feather.
I put him under my shade. So I just want you to know that if there's anybody out here that is a supporter of you, it is me. I love you, Carole fucking Baskin.
Damn.
Good for you.
Free Joe Exotic, Carole Baskin, you fucking bitch.
Damn, y'all gotta cuss so much you can be funny without cussing.
Hey, you cool cats and kittens from Big Cat Rescue. Free fucking Joe Exotic, you bitch. You're a fucking bitch. Carole Baskin killed her husband and she got away.
Hey, Carole. It's Don over at Big Don Rescue, and I was wondering where you buy your sardine oil.
Hey, Marie.
Fuck you, Carole Baskin, you fucking bitch. Killed your husband, you fucking bitch. Imagine trying to destroy everybody else's credit around the world just so you can have your little gay-ass sanctuary, you stupid lip-hurt ass, Pete-ass bitch.
Damn.
Okay, I just want to say that I watched the Netflix series, and I am like 99.9% sure that you killed your husband. Carole fucking Baskin. See ya.
Carole, I hate you. Answer the FaceTime, you dumb bitch. Carole, I said now.
You killed your husband, Carole. It's kind of fucked up.
Reckon?
That's right.
It's a lot fucked up. Kill your husband. Excuse my language. Yo, Cheryl, we hope you have a great day. Really, happy birthday. I didn't know it was your birthday, girl. Marie, I hope you're doing well. Southern Mom, hey girl, these people just want to hate. Yeah, I can't believe that she posted it. I mean, she shows these people's phone numbers. She also, during the video, shows like people's comments that they left on Facebook. It's got their first and last names. Some of the comments weren't that bad, I didn't think. She's making a big deal out of it. I mean, she should just took all this stuff to the police department. Some of those voice mails would have scared me, and I wouldn't have posted them to YouTube. I would have went to the police department. But you know, Carole effing Baskin's going to do what she wants to do. Crazy thing. Riding around with her bicycle, and the basket in front, and flowers in her hair. Getting millions in donations, making all kinds of money. The sanctuary looks like crap. I mean, it does. I was expecting something a lot nicer. I mean, they got crappy stuff inside the enclosures. And her fencing is the exact same fencing that I've been wanting to get for Annabelle from Tractor Supply. I mean, I wouldn't think it'd be good enough for a big cat like that. I was trying to see if I could find that website real quick. Carole's shady. And I read something, and they proved it. They proved that she buys cats from auctions. She'll act like she'll get on there and do videos and act like she rescues cats, and she buys them and she breeds them. I think it's called Big Cat Watch. Okay, it's called BCR Watch. My bad. It's, okay, let me see. They had a rebuttal. Maybe it's in their blog section. Here's something. A bombshell tip leads us closer to finding out what happened to Don Lewis, ? Quite a while ago, we received a tip from a woman claiming to have first-hand knowledge of an individual that possibly had a hand in the disappearance of Jack Donald Lewis. We never made a post about it because there was just like one key detail we couldn't verify. That is, until Carole Baskin, the CEO of Big Cat Rescue, threw a tantrum yesterday, railing against a documentary Netflix had just released called Tiger King, Murder, Mayhem, and Madness. In her ranting and raving, Baskin accidentally lent a credibility to the tip we were sent. I wonder what the tip is. It seems like that one was old. Let me find that. It was the rebuttal, I think, to her statement. Okay, right here it is. The honest truth about Carole Baskin. Hey, Mac. Say no to internet drama. Yeah, exactly. Carole wants drama. That's why she posted all those voicemails and messages. Okay, it says, Carole Baskin, CEO and founder of Big Cat Rescue, always seems to use public apologies as a way to gain sympathy while pretending that she owned up to mistakes. If it wasn't for people holding her accountable for her past atrocities, Carole would most likely have never admitted to any wrongdoing. Other times, Carole would admit to lesser mistakes in what seems to be a blatant attempt at fooling the public into thinking she has changed her ways, when in reality, she is just trying to hide something much worse. Case in point, the article she wrote regarding the guilt of her past has numerous omitted key details which we will fill you in on. Carole begins her article by mentioning a now-deceased tiger she possessed called Aurora. In 1996, at 4 weeks old, Aurora was the third tiger to come to wildlife on Easy Street. She died of cancer in 2008, and it has taken me this long to be able to talk about her again. Okay, that's what Carole Baskin is saying. But this is what BCR Watch says about the tiger Aurora. And they have the inventory sheet here. I wish I could screen share, but I can't. According to the inventory sheets from Big Cat Rescue, was operating as wildlife on Easy Street, Aurora was purchased for $1,800 when she was only a few weeks old. We have been told that $1,800 was expensive for a tiger back then, which leads us to believe that Aurora must have been a high-quality cup. Continuing further down the article, Carole appears to be lessening the severity of her wrongdoings by attempting to pass them off as ignorance. In our opinion, that's a clear example of her not actually owning up to her past mistakes. This is what Carole says. I think it's because of the guilt I've carried for some of the ignorant things I did all those years ago. I say ignorant because I didn't see the big picture yet. Jeff was telling me about some tour guests this week that kind of reminded me of that time. They loved big cats and were all blather about how much they enjoyed petting them at some other facility. People like this, or people like I was, who have been misled and lied to, and they haven't yet figured out all of those things that they think are so cool, are the reason that big cats languish in cages all around the country. Languish in cages like yours, you mean? Okay. This is what BCR says. Anyway, we have a hard time believing that lies and misleading information influenced Carole into leaving a harness on a cougar until it had to require life-saving surgery. And I have actually come across a dog that had a collar grown into its neck. I mean, it was about 2 inches deep into its neck. This was years ago. I found it anyways. I'd take it to the vet and stuff. So their necks can actually, they can fall off. The freaking heads will fall off if you leave a collar on one like that. This right here shows she clearly doesn't take care of her animals right. Of course, in this case, this was a harness instead of a collar. What were the lies that led to convert her facility into a bed and breakfast where tourists could sleep unsupervised with cubs, many declawed and rented out cabins? But she's a sanctuary, people. You're a sanctuary lady. Freaking hellhole. Those cats have the very minimum there. They look like they're fed good, but inside their enclosures, there's just old crap in there. I mean, it just looks crappy. Her big cat sanctuary, she brags about and raises millions for, looks like a run-down zoo. What is that noise, lady? I have no idea. It sounds like water dripping. It did snow, so maybe the water's melting. Okay. Was she misled and lied to when she recently launched a program where tourists could pay to volunteer for... Okay, let me get this straight. Tourists have to pay to volunteer for a week in which they have the possibility of touching a cat while it's sedated for medical procedures. So you have to pay to volunteer at this place. This woman is all about freaking money. And why are the cats sedated? It says for medical procedures. What kind of medical procedures? There's always medical procedures going on? I mean, it don't make sense. So for those of you that have participated in animal encounters, don't let Carole fool you into believing you're anywhere close to being on the same level as her past self. Here's a little statement they added in that Carole said. They have an enormous passion for animals and just don't know how their actions are causing harm. Once they know better, they are the most persistent of voices for the animals, and maybe it has something to do with their guilt. Where is your guilt, lady? Where's your guilt? for all your mistakes and your missing husband? Where's your sympathy for his children? It says, maybe it's something to do with the lies their followers and tour guests are told. Many people think all the cats at Big Cat Rescue were rescued from abusive situations, pet owners that got more than what they bargained for, or failed roadside zoos. The truth is that many of the cats that have been exhibited were actually purchased from breeders, auctions, or were born at the facility. The Bay News 9 news reports below shines a light onto what we are talking about. Well, let's play it. They've added in videos and, they've got
Heard at Big Cat Rescue in Citrus Park. Heard its
proof.
founder talk about the abused and unwanted cats that she saved.
But former volunteers say there's more that you should know. And now they're talking publicly for the first time to Bay News 9's Chris Hawes about what they say is the rest of the story. Chris.
Well, Alan Lee, as you know, it's Big Cat's mission to make you care about animals. If you visit their website, the first page tells you they're providing a home to, quote, abused and abandoned cats. But former volunteers say what you may not know is many of the cats living there weren't in need of being rescued. They were bought from breeders to be bred. For nearly 3 weeks, we've talked to breeders, sellers, and former volunteers and combed through hundreds of pages of documents to find the real story. Here's what we learned. Big Cat Rescue's home to nearly 150 cats, but many of the cats were not rescued. In fact, at least 30 of the cats were actually born right there at the facility. You can see some of them here in this home video. Former volunteers tell us other stories are, at best, exaggerated.
If it's not a rescue, it shouldn't be tagged as a rescue.
Jim Moore volunteered for nearly 5 years at Big Cat Rescue, even at one point living on the property. But now he and others intimately familiar with Big Cat Rescue say it's time they spoke publicly to set the record straight about the nonprofit and its founder.
She wanted to one day have the largest private collection of exotic cats in the world.
She's a fake.
They point to examples
fraud.
like Fluffy the Serval as one of many possibly misleading stories on the website. The website says many of Big Cat Rescue's servals were purchased at auctions where uncaring owners dumped them. And then halfway down the page it says Fluffy, quote, came as a result of the pet trade. We tracked down Fluffy's seller, who told us how she raised the serval on baby food and would have only sold her to a good home.
She was sold as a pet and possible breeder.
We also found the former owner of this cat, described on the website as coming to Big Cat Rescue after a pet shop owner was afraid she would bite children who taunted her.
Not a word of this trick.
The pet shop owner says she parted with the serval because she was paid $1,000. One of the most convincing pieces of evidence for many of Baskin's critics is this video. It's of tiger cub Shere Khan. If you believe Big Cat Rescue's website, he was, quote, unwanted and uncared for, and, quote, could not walk. But listen to the story Big Cat Rescue's founder told shortly after getting him.
This is Shere Khan. He was bottle raised in a loving and nurturing home.
I see a normal tiger cub.
There is one person that knows 100% of what the truth is about Big Cat Rescue. That's founder Carole Baskin. We sat down with her to discuss the allegations. Do you think there's a perception out there that the majority of cats here came out of abusive situations?
I think so.
Baskin stood by her website story of Shere Khan's abuse, despite the video of Shere Khan showing the cub standing on his hind legs.
He could lift himself, but just barely.
But the tiger is only one of the stories that former volunteers point to. They're also troubled by claims many animals on the site, including these leopards, were born into the pet trade. But here's what the website does not say.
The majority of the animals that are listed on the website where it says born into the pet trade were actually born there.
That's because back prior to 1997, that's what we were. We were pet owners. We were the pet trade.
That's one of the few points where Baskin and her critics agree. Carole Baskin and her husband sold,
We went through a whole range of beliefs.
and bred cats.
He was set on breeding virtually every cat here.
What I would like to know is why Carole Baskin started going after Joe Exotic. When she first started going after Joe Exotic, Joe was trying to do something good. He was trying to, talk to kids about drinking and driving and drugs and stuff. And he used animals to keep their attention and magic. And she started sending spies to follow him around, to the malls that he was at, speaking to the kids. And I don't know, she's greedy. She's greedy. It's all for money. She misleads her viewers, and she gets all kinds of donations and stuff. She still buys cats. She can say what she wants. I was trying to find that article. If you want to look it up on Google, it's BCR Watch. That's all you got to put in, and it pulls it up, and it's all about Carole Baskin. And they got a section, The Missing Founder, Jack Donald Lewis. Was born 4/30/1938. Missing since 8/18/97. Okay, it says, see, I didn't know much about Jack. And then I found this article. And it says he was a self-made millionaire and the co-founder of Wildlife on Easy Street, known as Big Cat Rescue. I know I hear people say Carole's the founder. No. She is not the founder. Jack Don Lewis was. He disappeared under mysterious circumstances on August 18, 1997. Carole Baskin, the co-founder and current CEO of Big Cat Rescue, was Don's wife at the time of his sudden vanishing. It says, on June 12, 1997, 2 months before he went missing, Jack Lewis filed a protection order out of fear. Jack told a Hillsborough Circuit Court judge that his wife, Carole Lewis Baskin, had hidden his gun and threatened to kill him, but the judge denied the request for protection. Although Mr. Lewis has since been declared dead, leaving Carole to inherit his fortune, his body has never been found. Now the cold case, number 97069-358, was turned over to Detective Chris Fox of the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office. We could look at his will and power of attorney, I guess. What I'm going to do is I'm going to download his power of attorney because it's got an option here, and I'll look at it later. Damn video still froze on my phone. Anyways, let me look at the chat and chat with y'all a minute. I've went on about Carole Baskin enough. She's just so damn shady. She kills me with those cats and that sanctuary. It just looks like crap. Bye, Lisa. Have a great day. Very married. He had a valuable liger that was breeding when they thought they were sterile. Who had that? Dawn's liger breeding, Dawn? I don't know. Those ligers get huge. They get like 11 foot. Weighing probably 1,000 pounds. Close to it. Joe Exotic. I think he did breed ligers, to be honest with you. Him and Doc Antle. I think Doc Antle has the biggest liger in the world. I just don't think they should breed those like that. They probably wouldn't do it in the wild. I mean, they may, because I did watch something on the Discovery Channel about this guy bear hunting up in Canada, and he thought he was shooting a grizzly bear. And when he took to check it in, they was like, hey, you shot a polar bear. But what it was, they did DNA testing, and it was a polar bear and a grizzly bear. Yeah. So some point in time, a polar bear and a grizzly bear made it. Yeah, that is a true story. You could probably look it up about it because it was kind of a big deal because this guy was going to be fined, like out the ass for shooting a polar bear. Bye, Marie. You have a good day. I didn't even know they shared habitats. Well, they explained that, Jean, about how maybe the grizzly and polar bear met up. Let me see if I can find that. And I will share the link with y'all. Because it was really interesting. This has been a couple years ago. Right here it is by U.S. Today. Grizzly polar bear hybrid believed killed in Canada. Let me just get the link and I'll share it. Copy it. Yeah, and it has a picture of the bear, and the bear's face looks like a grizzly bear, right? But its fur looks like a polar bear. Hold on, let me get back to my chat here on my Chromebook. Okay, so there's the article. What doesn't work? The link up above? I just glanced at the chat. Okay, guys, I think I'm going to get off here and get some stuff done. Damn phone still froze up. Hopefully it lets me end my stream. I will see. Let's see, what is tomorrow? Thursday? Yeah, I'll see y'all in the morning and we'll be discussing some true crime, making headlines. Okay, Verbal. I get it now. Bye, Jean. Have a great day. Thanks for chatting, everybody. Love you guys. Peace.